Yeah, it's just very quiet on my computer for good reasons. Alright, cool. So that looks like it's working. We did it, everyone.
Good news.
Yeah. Good news, everyone. Alright, well. Okay. So, what was the last couple of suggestions that we received? Nope, we received absolutely zero new suggestions. Good job, us.
Where are the suggestions?
It should. Let me find the game window here. Aha, found it. So it should be right here. Whoop. If you check out the bottom left-hand corner, it will give you instructions as to how to provide any suggestions to Dear Me. I tried optimizing the game a little bit off-screen, so I'm going to merge that to our master branch right here. But just in case that doesn't work, I should also branch to a new one and call this Day 3 branch. And we'll boot it up. Build the game 3. I also updated Unity. Yeah, it's gonna complain. That's fine. Let's see, what actually changed in regards to... Okay, so I did start moving stuff into a different folder, which may or may not be a good thing. We're gonna find out.
Derp.
Speaking of GitHub, we should probably switch to the TBGS one. There's a profiling window for some, or folder I meant for some reason. Updating to Unity 2018.2.13. Push everything.
Push everything?
Everything to the server. You didn't know it even happened.
I see a series of responses.
Oh.
Taco Pill suggested a month ago 3D maze, but you can only see 2 of the 3 axes in 3 separate screens. So you're basically using one of those orthogonal views to navigate a maze.
Wait, what's this? Today we have a new suggestion here from Scariest Summon saying, make a 2D naval combat utilizing the buoyancy zones and projectile physics. Oh no, what have you done? That scares me.
That's me, by the way.
Why?
There are new widgets that you can play with.
What widgets?
they added these like things called effectors for Unity 2D.
Oh,
They're neat. They do all sorts of stuff. They've built-in gravity nonsense now. So if you want to make like one of those space clone, a clone of one of those space physics games, where you just try to get stuff to move.
so this is how far we've gotten so far. I did add in the optimization, so you can see that the game is not slowing down, even though there's actually more blocks being rendered. A lot of these, like, I don't like the background anymore nearly as much. I kind of want to close it off with a lot of fog or something similar to that effect. I think I want to fix the camera too.
Wouldn't it make sense to have it be?
Also, I noticed this is broken.
Oh.
Level button, I think it should be. What is an easy way to tell? I put these assets together wherever you are. Ah, here. Level button, found ya. So, let's kind of revert this. Yes, but select it and then replace that with this, and we're good to go. I don't know why the title is appearing there, that bothers me. Oh, it's part of this. Okay, well, I'm throwing that as disabled for now. There. Feel a lot better. And then I don't know why that's showing up. I wonder if I can, So I got that. First thing I said I wanted to fix was the camera. So let's do that right now.
Why are they all perspective cameras?
Why not?
Oh. I feel like it's just providing a lot of unnecessary information.
But there's a lot of things I can do to fix that information. So right here, for example, like we have an obscured view. This is the XZ plane. If I can decrease the clipping plane from a near to whoosh. Oh, we need to see the character. So somewhere around here-ish, 4.5.
Oh, cool.
And you can do that. And then the far plane is not very useful, being at 100. I believe it's 10. I'm gonna make it 20-ish for now. So I just need to copy that information. That's 4.5 and 10.
I thought you made it 20.
I did. There we go. And then this one, so this freestyle camera one is the only one that really needs help. I haven't really thought through what I want to do with this one. This may be the only one that, quite frankly, I might just use the good old new thingamabob.
The thingamabob?
The thingamabob, yes. Sorry, I'm just thinking this part through. The animator is already there, and I do want to keep that animator. Where's the camera prefab that I have here? Select camera, main camera, then this other random camera. Okay, yeah, this is the one I want. So this one, so this makes things very confusing, but I'll just get rid of these cameras for the time being. This one is the follow camera, or these are the plane cameras. it will not use this animator anymore. The audio listener should be the one. Yep, this one's fine. And then we'll have the regular camera right here. And the regular camera will only take up. So let's make this 1, and then let's make sure that the width is only 0.5, the height is also only 0.5. I think it'll have to go in the other corner. There we go. Good. We will have this. So this can stay as it is. This is, I'm just going to call this the free camera actually. And wherever this thing is located, it is under project prefabs. This will call we'll drop that here. This is the free camera, and the free camera, the mere intent behind that one, this one is following its own post-processing volume, which is not what I want. How does post-processing here work? Volume blending. No, I like this. Yes. This one, this. This one, also this. Layer post-processing, of which these are all applied to. That's fine. I'm trying to remember how this camera thing works, but I think Cinemachine, free look camera, state driven camera, dolly camera with track, mixing camera. I think you can just drop in a free look camera here, but then say follow at, look at. There we go. And then make the far plane 20, and then near plane 4.5-ish. I think this should work. Let's see what happens. Alrighty. So there you go. I mean, you can see things phasing in and out of existence, but that's fine.
That is the intended behavior.
Yeah. For the time being, that's what I'm gonna go with. Oh, you can actually move the camera to make the free look actually work in the upper right hand corner. Neat.
So this is a maze, right?
It's spelunking.
So you're exploring?
Yeah. I'm wondering if is there what were you gonna ask?
Probably something that you'll get to later.
Oh.
It was like,
Is there a way for me to not have control over the camera yet have it also be like a free look? What is Cinemachine cameras? What Cinemachine cameras are available? By the way, what does the chat look? Raffle. Look at those spikes. Oh, spikes as in the profiler. We're getting rid of that. Just follow camera.
Someone suggests a virtual camera.
Alright, let's try adding just a regular old virtual camera then. This virtual camera will follow this. We'll look at this. We should also make sure that this doesn't have a particularly far plane. I think also I want to make these cameras slightly near each other. Well, no, I think that's fine actually. Yeah, oh my goodness. Let's go with 2.5. Have it really close. Aim. Add extension. Yes, Cinemachine Collider. Obstacle detection, default. Ignore tag. Transparent layers, none. Yes.
Oh, so it's avoiding obstacles. That's pretty smart. So it's gonna be...
Let's see if it actually works at all. Oh no. Oh my goodness, wow, this camera is nauseating. Aim.
Because it's getting locked down to stuff?
Don't really want to aim at anything. And then I don't... Oh, there's follow zoom?
Mm-hmm.
What does follow zoom do? No, that looks right. Your tag. Transparent layers. This all looks right. Okay, so it's still...
The chat says that you probably only need to follow and you do not need to look at.
Let's try that. I'm learning something. It's still trying to follow the rotation of our character. I don't like that. I just want it to follow.
Isn't it parented to the character though?
Oh, it is parented to the... No, it's only parented to the player, which shouldn't matter because... Yeah, which shouldn't matter because the free camera's still over there.
Right.
Does it matter if it's not parented to the player?
Hmm. I've never worked with Cinemachine before. Oh dear. That is an interesting behavior.
Yeah. Shucks. also confused as to why the mouse is being locked for whatever reason. Why is the mouse being locked? I'm pretty sure I configured singletons and not configure mouse. Yeah, mouse lock none. Oh. Let's see what's locking our mouse. Okay. Value none. And this is being called okay. Now this is called to revert lock in default lock mode. Debugging. Current scene does not equal anything. Why does the current scene not equal anything? Project scene level 1. Okay. I think I've discovered the reason why. So, for whatever reason, right, this has level 2 selected, but should be level 1. So go back to that for a minute. Okay. Okay. Is it project scenes? Oh no, it's not, is it? There we go. Then this is level 1. Where is this scene located? Oh, okay. Well, we don't need either of these. We don't need a splash scene for once. So there we go. We don't need, well, we do need this. This is incorrect. We do need this. There. So in theory, that fixes a cursor locking issue. Looks like it did. let's commit what we have here. I don't know why there's any changes. Creating a new camera. Well, I'm gonna move on to other less camera related things, if you don't mind. I'm wondering if 4.5 was a good value or not. Well, we can kinda sorta add weird stuff. I was thinking that, so right now there's a directional. Right, so there's a directional light right now, but I'm thinking we can just potentially just get rid of this.
How do you know which way is up?
Or alternatively, this only affects one thing, and one thing only. And this will affect it will apply only to the player. There we go.
Smart.
And that way we can get rid of the rotate camera. I don't know what. Okay, it's facing towards that direction, which is probably not a good idea. Have it looking down at all. What does it look like here? Okay. Well, let's try that. There we go. There, that kind of gets rid of the old problem I had earlier where you can see the, oh, okay, maybe it doesn't get rid of that problem. I think in a way these voxels should have shadows on them anyways. Q, cast shadow, receive shadow on, and cast shadow two-sided. Let's just make it on. Within a player's point light, we're going to make that range to 10 for good measure. And we're going to make it really intense. Okay, it still does that weird thing to you that I don't understand. Ideally, it doesn't look like this, but rather it looks something like, oops. Ooh. Yeah, ideally it looks something like this. And I'm trying to think of a good way to make that happen. I think potentially what I can do is have it so that all these cameras, their near plane is updated in real time. Yeah, I can make it so that their near plane is updated in real time, so that it'll look the edges always looks like a silhouette, and that's it, like an actual cutout. I think also I made the range a little too large, so we're gonna move that back a little bit. And also probably made it a little too intense. Shadow type, hard shadows. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. That looks really good. Okay. I like the I like that. So um right, how do I want to do this? Let's um, camera near plane adjuster. It's also complaining there's an audio listener, so I can get rid of that, and that'll make it a little more happy, I assume.
Yeah.
So namespace this into project, and then we're going to require it. What's going on in the chat so far? Ah, I didn't know. I am thinking that we are going to require a camera here. We're going to hold this instance of a camera. Which on start, get component, camera, and then I'm going to call this on late update because physics does matter here. We're going to check to see the camera's transform. Transform dot. I should probably pull a quick float here. Serialized field. Float near plane equals 4 for now. And then let's see what the transform dot. Oh, we'll also need what is it? The camera selector, I think. Oh, player move axis. Perspective. Float perspective. this case, we're looking at xy. We're going to say break near plane distance equals transform dot position dot, and I'm trying to figure out, because it's xy, then z is the only part that matters. Near plane distance how do I get the decimal of a float? Oh, I think we can just easily get a, yeah, we can just floor that and then subtract it by that number. So near plane distance minus equals mathf dot floor. It's floor, yeah, floor near plane distance. Well, we need to make sure whether it's negative or not. Is negative equals negative, near distance is less than 0. Near plane equals mathf dot absolute. Nearest distance. What would happen if it's in the negative? Then the degree is in the, I'll worry about that part later, I guess. Because if it's negative, then negative 0.75 is farther away, while 0.75 is closer to the next plane. Right. If is negative equals true, else do this. I'll do that, then set this to 1f minus this. And then the real reason why I wanted to do this was to determine what the near plane value should be. And so our attached camera, the near quit plane should equal the near plane plus near plane distance. I probably got this completely wrong, but let's play around with it and see what happens. This one's for YZ and this one's for XZ. Technically a bad idea to set all of those scripts together at once, but whatever. Okay, so what does a camera near plane say? It's right now set to 5. It's not adjusting it to a very good number. Oh, because I set it on the XY plane. Whoops. So I should be paying attention to this, if anything. Interesting. I don't think it calculated correctly. It's definitely doing something. What do you think is happening here?
That is causing it to creep along like that? What's the behavior that is happening that you do not want?
So I'm looking at the bottom left-hand corner, and the behavior I want is to have it look like the outer edges looks like a silhouette. It kind of acts a little weird. I think it does that. So let's try that again, but with this being false. Maximize. Well, doesn't help if the GUI is there already. But oh, that's much better. That's actually acting pretty consistent to what I wanted. Yeah, that's acting pretty consistently to what I wanted. So I just need to adjust those numbers to maybe 4.5-ish. I know that's not making a whole lot of sense from your perspective, but I'm looking at this and I'm really excited.
I don't know what's going on. You're
going way too fast.
Well,
so that needs the Y value, and this needs the X value. So I'm trying to get the okay, my poor character disappeared, so I need to worry about that.
That was like that before you changed the values too.
So notice how like you're seeing a bunch of silhouettes and that's it. So right now you're not seeing silhouettes, and I don't like that.
Is it from the point light attached to the character?
Well, I guess what I mean by silhouette is that I kind of want it so that the boxes looks like they're just a block right there.
You mean you can see through parts of them?
No, you can't see through them. But like it looks like a cross section. It looks like it was just cut out.
Oh. You're gonna have a little trouble with that just due to backface culling, aren't you?
Most likely. Well, the problem is that they're all rendering all the cubes.
If you...
So it's not the backspace culling that's the problem. Probably want to switch this to like 3.1 or something. See what happens.
How would it look if you made all of your cameras orthogonal?
So that's actually looking, that almost looks pretty good. So I'm paying attention to the upper left-hand corner.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't quite look as good as I was hoping. Why does it act like that? Because that's the XZ camera, no? it looks like there is a snapping system. So this is the that's the XZ coordinate. It's looking at the Y direction. Maybe it's because it's working for some axes and not others. Like, it's working well in this axis. Yeah, that's almost exactly the behavior I want here.
In the bottom left corner,
Yeah.
where you can see through it, but you can still see sort of the part of it. So you know something's behind the camera, sort of, or behind the player, in between the player and the camera, but you don't see all of it. It's not blocking it.
Well, no, I just kind of want it to look like such that, so this is, which camera is this? That's the, this is the XY camera. I kind of want it so that it looks like, okay, yeah. Kind of want it to look like this, approximately. 3.5. So it's not working on all axes. That's what I got from that. So for the first one, we want to invert that direction if it is in the positive direction. So it looked like XZ, it should have been in the negative direction. I'm going to assume the X is the same story. So let's try that. Okay, so that looks really good. Not great, but looks good enough. Okay, it's a little fiddly, but it's kind of close.
The shadows in the bottom right are really interesting.
All right. Kind of close to what I want. So let's try the other camera perspectives. Oh wow, this camera looks great. And this camera looks pretty consistent too. I did it. I'm happy. Kind of.
You've done it.
Not really.
By God, he's done it.
It's close enough.
Does it work under all scenarios, or is it just...
It works in most scenarios.
I mean, what more can you ask for? I kind of like the cubicle honeycomb look you've got going on.
I kinda don't, but that's just me.
Oh well, if you don't like that, there's a few solutions you could do. Are you 100% set on having it be perspective based?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like it'd be neat if you were looking at like a cross section, like a perfect cross section. You know, one of those flatland kind of games
Hmm.
where.
I'm not against that idea, to be honest. Oh, this is a little better. I'm not against that idea. Let's see what happens. Size 2.5. Oh, this is weird. Like, this is how it looks like, by the way. It looks very flat and you can't tell what's in the back. And the shadows makes it even harder to figure out where the heck you are.
Oh. Well, with that, you'd want to have the fore and the back clipping plane like right next to the player, so that they could only see the things that are like right next to them.
Oh, that's weird. The freeform camera is really not liking this.
No.
No. We should have a smooth follow in here. Oh yeah, we do. Sweet. Then let's get rid of this because it's doing us no good. Let's get rid of this Sin Machine Brain. Let's just do a smooth follow to our player. Make sure the distance is 2.5. I don't think the height, rotation damping, yeah, let's make those particularly high. Um, 2.5. Whoops. Make the height like just 1. Where's the free camera? Oh. There we go. Yeah, make the height 0. And then I think there is a wall. But where's the smooth follow from? Did I not import it? I must have not. Well. Standard assets help us. Anything from the chat so far?
Let me check.
I don't need anything from 2Ds. I do need stuff from the camera.
I don't see anything new in chat.
Right. Let's import that for the time being. I thought they had a wall checker. How strange of me. Cameras, prefabs, relook, handheld camera. Protect camera from wall script. Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, I don't like these cameras being orthogonal. It was a good idea.
In theory.
I could also like change their field of view to be like particularly skewed.
Yeah, the only way it would work if they were orthogonal is if you made the near and far clipping plane into like a flat plane.
Right. I'm not sure I like this.
What is that?
This is the field of view.
Oh, not the field of view, the field of view. That's not what I meant at all.
Okay, well, this is as far as I'm gonna go with for the camera stuff. I'm just gonna say fixed camera and lighting. Also, I didn't notice this. The skybox is not useful anymore. So I'm gonna go with solid color.
Cornflower blue.
And it's gonna be very, very dark green. Actually, what is the light that this? What's this color? I'll copy that. I'll set that to this color.
Oh, ow, my eyes.
And
That
then,
is,
saturation, drop it down significantly. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Look at that. It does not look good. I'll need to come up with a better color than all those.
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, just a little. What does this color here look? No. What about this color? Oh, there we go.
Huh. It's kind of cavey.
Right,
Is there a post-processing effect that's sort of like color bleed?
there is.
I was wondering why everything looked slightly like a VHS.
So we'll go with this color for the time being. Fog! I'm calling it fog.
The Silent Hill update.
Yeah, we should actually add fog into this, to be completely honest.
Just to save you some rendering. Some processing.
Well,
speed.
no, to pretend to give an excuse as to why we have such a short draw distance.
Oh, right. Smart.
I'll assume that'll be. Oh, that's under Windows, isn't it? Rendering, lighting, settings. Boop, 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 boop. Environmental source. Ambient color looks like this. Ambient mode, real time. Environment reflection, custom. Oh, well, we'll make that skybox for now. But none of these are what I'm looking for. Where's the fog? I thought the fog was somewhere around here. Oh, sure, I'll set that. Oh, there it is. Fog, found ya. Sure. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness.
It's very foggy.
Oh, look at that. That is incredible fog right there.
That glowing effect is sort of killing you.
It is, isn't it?
It's ruining the fog.
To be fair, this is exponentially squared. It might actually make sense to have it be linear. Start at 0 and end at 20. Or 10. Oh, there we go. That looks a little better. So in theory, as I go further down, this should get rid of this. Yeah, so this is what it looks like now. Yeah, that looks like a very, very clean transition. So see this upper left-hand corner?
Yeah.
As I move towards the far end of the screen, oh, whoops, I'm moving the opposite direction, excuse me. As I move towards the far end of the screen, you can eventually see the backside come in.
Right.
And that makes it look natural. So yes, we did it. This is exactly what I wanted. We did it, fog.
How does the game determine where the walls of the cave are? Procedurally?
Procedurally. Using, what's the noise algorithm?
Perlin noise?
Perlin, yep. Yoink.
So there's always a path from point A to point B, or
No.
you can just get stuck in pockets?
Yes.
Is there going to be a method for you to destroy things to mine?
That's
Or-
your suggestion, right?
I mean, you gotta have an objective to a game, right? Unless you just
No.
want to explore.
Sims told us that we don't.
Sims isn't an objective. The objective is to watch the Sims suffer.
Okay, I'm kind of happy with this. the particle effects are ruining it, so I'll have to fix that particle system. So the shape, the emission right here, that's fine. The shape box scale, we're gonna make this 5, 5, 5. Oh, there we go. See, perfect. Look at that, beautiful.
My eyes are bleeding.
There's also the fact that this makes a very obvious radius. This also kind of destroys the immersion because you can tell that, oh yeah, it's really close by and everything. So the only reason why I have these particle effects actually simply has to do with the fact that collision. Yeah, we should add collision. Start size, let's decrease that, yeah. And then maybe we should have a start speed. Random between two constants, 0 and 10. Actually, negative 10. Negative 5 and 5, there we go. Oh, that looks good. And then we'll have it emit maybe twice more than that, and then we'll see what happens. See, that looks a little better. The rotation should be random too. Start rotation, random between two constants, 180. Alrighty, so about that objective. I didn't think of one.
You did?
I did not.
Oh.
But I have a faint idea.
You have a faint idea.
Faint.
The faintest of ideas.
The faintest of faintest ideas, yes. And they'll simply involve torpedoes.
Torpedoes.
Yes, we gotta add torpedoes.
So we're in an underwater cave?
We need to find, to make this make sense, we need to find a low poly model first. I'm doing my best to not even do this.
Why don't you just make a capsule?
I want a submarine, please.
You could open up Maya, get a basic capsule, stretch it out, add a coning tower. Do your own.
Oh, see, this is awesome.
A low poly submarine?
Yeah, it's almost yellow.
You could always recolor it.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, but this is under CC BY. Learn more. That doesn't help me. I want the actual Creative Commons license, please. But anyways, this is by Google. Remixable. GLTF does not help me, so OBJ.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna remix that, right?
No.
No.
Well, maybe. I'll think about it. It gives the material information, and then it has the object file. So, where is our projects folder? We don't need this folder, please. Thank you. Showing Explorer. Yes. I can drop this here. Submarine. And it did say make sure you provide credit where credit is due. Why don't you just lead me to there? Is this the right one? There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Models, drop that here, and then I'll just say submarine or player. Drop that here, and then place a new text file, license, MD, do it. Submarine.obj by Google. Released under Creative Commons. CC by version 3. There. Do it. You can do it. Alright, so let's take a quick look at our submarine right here. That kind of looks right.
Yeah, that looks like a submarine, alright.
Yep. Import, blah, 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 optimize mesh, keep quads, index. There's no rigs. We don't want to import any animations to that. We don't want to import any materials either.
No? You want to make your own?
It did have a material file. Alright, let's see where this submarine... Oh, okay, that's really large. Submarine is very large.
You could change the import on it.
Oh my goodness, this is not really well optimized.
That's a lot of shapes.
Yeah, that is.
They didn't combine into one mesh.
Nope.
Oops.
That shouldn't be hard to do. Show and Explorer. Blender. Yeah. Boop. Open. Boop. This folder. I meant import. Wavefront. Where is it? Where are you? Seriously, where are you?
Zoom out. Zoom in. Is it really tiny?
Blender find.
If you hit... Oh, blender, right. There's got to be a hotkey to, like, center on the object, right? If you hit F or something?
Yeah. That can't be right. How to focus on selected. Try period on a keyboard's numeric keypad. You can also stress backspace. Oh, it's really small. Is it? No, I don't know what's going on.
Are you in a mode where you can't see it?
Scope mode. Strange.
Rendered? Where on earth could it be?
Right. Because it definitely imported it. I can actually see it in the little file there. How bizarre. Alright. Well, looks like we're working with this. It's not even centered.
Yikes.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's big. It's really, really big.
Could you go to the import for it? Where'd it go?
Right here. So that actually makes sense to plop in the normal regular location now. Could still be smaller. Five. There we go. Oh, it even's got a little bit of.
It's got its material.
Yeah. Graphics, sphere, cube. Oh, oh. If I can get rid of some of these gizmos for now. There we go. Oh. looks fine. Yeah, okay, so that's to be expected.
And then you can just get rid of the sphere and the cube.
I do need to create a collider for this.
Oh, right.
Let's create a cylinder collider, or cylinder capsule is what I'm looking for. We don't need the graphics for these. You know, we don't even need to turn this around. This just has to be in the z-axis right here. Sweet. And then, in fact, I could just copy this component. Yeah, I didn't think that'll work. Fortunately, they made this part pretty easy to do. Just have to hold this down. There. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Where is this other capsule collider coming from? I thought I removed you. There we go. Look at that. We got a good old submarine. Be
nice if you could animate the propeller spinning.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
But that looks good.
Yeah.
You could even have like a little bubble particle effect falling behind it.
Alright, let's not go there.
No.
Keep it realistic, man.
My mind goes wild with possibilities.
Do we want... I'm thinking to myself, do we want... I'm a little uncertain about the lighting. I know last time we tried adding in... yeah, it is spotlight, isn't it? Yeah. Not real time. No shadows, that's fine. Where is it? Oh, culling mask. Nothing, only default, please. Range can be up to like 7.5. Forty. And then probably we can move it back a little bit. There we go. See if that looks any good. Yeah, okay. Kind of. I don't think the red looks good, but we can easily change that to orange. I also don't think the ugly green color is doing me any good because green kind of makes things look a little uncomfortable. We should try coming up with a better fog color than this.
Than that kind of gross green. What about a nice blue?
What is our voxel material?
Default?
It is literally just a default material.
It
well,
is
you know
the-
what? I am going to do the crazy idea, and I meant to. I wanted to try something really, really crazy. So crazy, even.
Nobody thought it could be done.
Yeah. So, there's this under the Unity community story thingy. I don't even know anymore. Let's see, Unity, Taro, Omiya. Oh, there it is, Unity Connect. Alright, but yeah, no, what matters is somebody tried to make a Breath of the Wild shader. And more importantly, made a tutorial out of it. There it is. So, one thing I kind of wanted to do was, well, basically steal this idea.
I mean, the best artists steal shamelessly, right? Who said that? Someone said that. I'm quoting someone.
Pablo Picasso?
It could have been anyone. And that
Yeah,
and
an
that
artist
boy's name
steals.
was Einstein. And then the whole bus clapped. That's what they say when people make stuff up on the internet.
Well, first off, we had a request.
We have a request?
No. We had a request to add, what's it called? Torpedoes.
Yes. Torpedoes.
Torpedoes.
Good old,
So,
good old
first off,
torps.
we'll add an animator, because nobody asked for that.
Why do you need an animator?
So that just the magnitude of how much it's animating.
The magnitude of animation?
Yeah. Well, if it's spinning, you either have one where it's just completely still, or it just
Oh, right.
spins a lot.
Like if you want it to, I see.
I want this animator controller to be called player because I am a very creative person. I want to drop this onto the player, and then let's create an animation clip, and we'll call one rotating propeller. I'm gonna put this all in the player folder, by the way.
Are you going to have different animations based on the speed of the propeller, or are you going to have one animation clip that you're going to change the speed at which it plays?
Probably the speed at which it plays, to be honest.
That would be easier.
Yes. I should record this. And I need to figure out what all these models are. Where's the... Oh, my goodness, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, you have to group them together.
Pretty much. Oops. Just trying to record when it doesn't need to. No. It's hard to tell where this is supposed to be. Let's move that back here. Let's shrink it down. This is good because it actually tells me where this game object is. Makes it easy for me to figure out where things are. Ooh. Kinda okay with this. Like just, yeah. Yeah, okay, good. So the collider does not matter. But these do. And what I can do is move this here, copy this over here. I'll say propeller. And so that way, we did it. Then we scrub to here, and we say 360. That's spinning kinda sorta convincingly.
It's kind of fast. You might want to change the lines on it so it doesn't ease in and out.
Yeah, I just noticed. I did notice that was happening, even as it was moving really, really fast. So I'm like, why is it doing that? There we go. Yeah, we did it. That looks good.
Yay!
Yeah.
Ooh. Then you can just get the speed of your person with their vector of motion, and then you could just get the magnitude of that vector, and then you can map the or lerp the
Here it is.
max
We want to make sure that the speed is set to a multiplier, which is set to propeller speed.
Oh,
And then
you can just do that?
yes.
You know, that's a lot more convenient than I thought it was going to be. Good job, Unity.
We're gonna require a type of animator.
A reanimator.
Yeah.
The best kind.
And then we're gonna ask for a string, propeller, speed, field. We're gonna call it propeller, speed, speedwagon.
Which speedwagon? The stand or?
The one that's really scared. No, I meant the helicopter.
Right. The band. Aria Speedwagon.
Oh, I was making a JoJo reference actually.
I know.
I know everything in JoJo is actually just a band name, but still.
It's a band reference unless it's like a different reference.
Mm-hmm. Move, force, acceleration, is that what I chose? The magnitude, if both of them are maximum set to 1s. Yeah, so technically... Oh no, here it is, forward. This should be normalized, by the way.
Really? I thought normalized was getting a normalized version of the vector, and then normalized was the method you used to...
Yeah, this should be right.
Oh, and normalized returns just a thing, but normalized changes the variable you're also getting out,
Should be.
right? Just to clarify so that I'm understanding what you're doing correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Else, and then we need to cache this animator, so animator, why did I do that? Controller, I'm gonna call it, even though that name doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Controller equals get component animator. And then here, we're going to say controller.setFloat to the, whatchamacallit, propeller speed field to 0. Otherwise, propeller speed move the magnitude. And I can actually set this back to 1. Stop compiling! There we go. So this is... Oh, there it is. You can actually see it. Nice. Look at that. It's adorable.
And then stop. That works, yeah.
That's not how propeller works, as in, like, it doesn't instantly stop per se, but...
No, I know. I mean, like, there'd be momentum and all that jazz,
Right.
but, like, eh.
Yeah, it works.
If you really wanted to, you could make a one animation clip of it slowly coming to a stop. And then when it eases between the two, that would work.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea, actually. So let's make rotating, and let's make a new clip. We're going to call this idle propeller. An idle propeller will simply just stay there. And then it will be here by default. And make a transition when it realizes, don't have an exit time please, when it realizes that the propeller speed is greater than 0.1, and then goes back to here, no exit time please, when the propeller speed is less than 0.1. It kind of switches back to whatever rotation, but whatever. Kind of okay with this. Oh no, my submarine is now upside down. It doesn't know.
That's
I'm
funny.
kind of okay with this.
That's fine. I mean, just the person driving it's really well strapped in, so it's not a problem.
Right. This is really bizarre. I don't understand. I might actually plop in an exit time after all. Weird. Alright, well, I'm gonna go with this. No regrets. OMG, submarines. My commit messages are making less and less sense over time.
It's like the diary of someone slowly slipping into madness. These are the last recorded messages he left.
So the crazy thing that I wanted to do was try to integrate lightweight stuff. Here it is, the render pipeline lightweight thingy.
Lightweight?
Yep, because
Like, as in it doesn't have that much overhead, or as in it's giving weight to light?
it's not that much overhead.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this is a render pipeline, which means all the materials are going to go kaput.
They're gonna go kaput.
Because
They're going to be destroyed. They're going to go away.
they're not going to look great.
Oh, but you're optimizing the speed at which everything goes, right?
No, the real reason why I'm importing this actually has to do with the fact that shader graph requires it.
Oh.
So let's drop shader graph in there. That's the real reason why we're here, right? to watch me put together shaders very blindly because I don't know how to do it. So this actually uses a custom shader. Not custom shader, it has a custom node. Excuse me. So this is the graph, and I need to figure out how to replicate things. This is kind of small, isn't it? Yeah, it's kind of small, so that's fine, that's intentional. The question I have is like, how much do I want certain things to stand out, and how much do I not really care about certain things not standing out? Yeah, so it looks like things are mostly working well. What happens if I play this? If things are working well, that means the lightweight shader stuff is not yet implemented. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Alright, so it's not yet implemented, which means I need to bring up the project's graphics. Yep, it's not set to anything. We're gonna go with...
Oof.
Yep, that's exactly what I expected would happen. That's HDR mode. I'm gonna go with medium quality for now. And that I expected to happen. Let me grab my voxel while I'm at it because I'm 100% sure the voxel is also suffering. Right.
Yeah.
So the reason why that happens is because there is a lightweight there is a material under the lightweight package there it is that we're going to want to use. Oh, there's simple lighting one, and then there's default. And there's also a default particle effect, so we're going to want to duplicate these. Oh, sweet. Boop. Okay, good. Cool, 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 cool. Player body material. Why? What's the point of those? Crayfish diffuse. Oh, that didn't help. None of this is useful. Particle system, yes, this is useful. Of course, render default particle. I don't need to use lightweight particle. Level generator. Okay, so some of these are using the crayfish. So let's duplicate this. And let's change the body to just window. Let's change it to blue. There. Opaque, super metallic, and super smooth. While the body here are all crayfish based, so make sure that that's applied properly. I don't know why they call it crayfish, but whatever. Hey, look at that, it's slowly coming back to its original form.
Slowly.
But surely. Look at that.
What color was it before it was white?
Yeah, it was largely white.
Okay.
This also needs to change. Yes? Okay, cool. And then finally the propeller. I think both of these should have a high metallic value.
Mm-hmm.
And also a very smooth factor as well. Well, the propeller shouldn't be that smooth, but yeah, nonetheless. Then the window is super metallic. Maybe it should be slightly transparent. look at it.
Oh, what you should do is make the windows not blue, because they'll just be invisible. You make them yellow and emissive, so that you can always see them as though the thing's lit up.
Let's try that.
And you could put tiny spotlights on them if you wanted.
Alright. So let's see this in action. Oh no, what have I done?
Something's wrong with the camera, but the windows look good.
Right. Why does this makes me very disappointed? I spent this much time.
Only to have the cameras do that weird thing.
Yep.
Do you think
Because I bet
it's
you-
something to do with the rendering pipeline?
Yeah.
Does it not like multiple rendering at once?
It's technically in beta. So custom shaders is probably not a go.
Evidently not. It's a pity.
Yeah. Ah, here it is. Boy, something's happening.
Something's happening.
What's going on with this? What's going on with Unity forums? And there's literally no solution. I'm kind of okay with getting rid of post-processing for now. Like, it doesn't add anything.
No, I mean, it's pretty.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I can live without it for now. And look at that, we're back to our good old selves. Wow. Things looks What? Oh, strange.
What did it fix itself? What's going on?
I mean, this looks fine right here. Of course, it looks terrible, but that's besides the point.
Is it doing? Is this the lightweight rendering?
Yeah,
Right now?
right now.
Did it go back? How did it fix itself?
Oh no! So what I did was I got rid of the post-processing effect because it said that the combination of lightweight rendering and post-processing causes that problem.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense.
But it shouldn't.
It should not.
Why? Why, from a certain perspective, is the lighting working? Well, the lighting looks like the directional lighting seems like it's operating. Where is our directional light, for that matter?
Oh,
This should not be working.
it's turned on.
Only on the player. Okay, it looks like it's working now. I don't particularly like that because you need to be able to see the player. So, hey, I said we should add in shaders.
This is technically a shader.
We can probably add a rim light shader so that you can at least see the outline of the submarine.
Or you could just leave it with the two porthole lights.
Well, it's not visible here, which is looking from a top-down view.
Oh, right.
This is looking nice, though. So I had this greater idea of maybe I can use metal balls, and then I immediately threw that idea out when I realized how much processing it takes. It kind of gives its points across. Now we just need to, so the first thing I really do want to add in is some sort of pew pew. This level setup is not useful at all. Alright. Some sort of pew pew. So we need to add in some pew pews.
Yes. You could just shrink the model for the submarine, get rid of the conning tower and the windows, and then you'd have a torpedo. Or you could just get a capsule. Is there like a torpedo model? What if you looked up torpedo?
Honestly, I should, given how, oh, this is,
That looks low poly. Very low poly.
ew, not quite what I was looking for. Well, I can make it.
It's just like a capsule cut off the back, add a spot for there to be a propeller.
Yeah. Shift add. You don't provide a capsule, but I'll take the cylinder. I'll decrease the number of vertices I have to deal with. 6. That looks good. And then I'll edit that. I will select this face on top, extend it, out merge to merge at the center. There we go. That already looks like that That already looks like what I want. Tap Z, get this section right here, have it scroll down a little bit. Probably don't want it to be too large. And then yeah, I'm gonna extend that a little bit here, and then I don't think I thought this through, but ooh. Yeah, I don't think I thought this through. Oh, I know what to do. No, what happened? Good enough.
That's not a propeller. I get they're fins. Don't think about it too hard. They're fins. They're stabilizing fins. Just shrink the faces that are coming out, and you'll have fins. Oh yeah. You know what? That kind of looks cool.
And then this is the part I have not thought through very carefully. I want this to somehow go like this.
Just
You know what? Go back. It can be simpler than that. At last. There we go. That looks a little better. If you're thinking, how does Taro remember all these shortcuts? He doesn't.
That's why you use the context-sensitive menus.
Yeah, it's like this.
Oops.
That space bar is amazing. See, merge. At last. That's the best way of using Blender because Blender did not think this through.
Merge at last.
Yeah, merge at last.
Thank God.
What happens if I merge these two at the center?
Comes pointy.
I think that looks good actually. That kind of solved my original problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, passable.
Yeah.
What does it look like when you round it out?
Oh, you mean to add in subsurface, whatever you call it.
Just the thing that makes it look smooth for some reason?
Well, there are ways to make that look a little nicer. No.
Looks oddly biological. Like some kind of creature's hand claw. Pincers.
I kind of don't. Well, I need to keep this low poly anyway, so I'm kind of okay with this. I do want 2 different materials. And yes, it's going to be mostly colored in materials. Actually, 3 different materials. Whoop-de-doo.
Doop-de-hoo. Poop-de-scoop. This goes to 11, right?
Yep.
Alright. Well, I have to bounce.
Alright, cool.
But thank you for having me, Taro.
Yep.
Don't get too bored or lonely on your own.
I will do my best to do that.
Keep up the good work. Ooh, nice. Nothing quite like hazard stripes
Yeah.
to liven things up.
For these. I want body. Assign that to that. There we go. Then this one I'm calling fins. Does that look right? That does look right. Then we'll make this blue. Nope. There we go. There. We got our okay looking rocket. The only thing we need to do now is to make the top a little larger. Yep. Then move the entire thing up a little bit. There. We did it, everyone. We're going to call this, we're going to first drop it in the right place. Models. We're going to call this, oh whoops, didn't mean to do that. Torpedo. And we're going to call this torpedo.blender file. And then we'll also export it. We don't need any of these. We just need a mesh right here. Or also call it just torpedo.fbx. So, in theory, when adding lightweight render and shader graph, so then in theory, once that is created, we'll create a new game object right here and we'll call it get the torpedo too while we're at it, yeah. One of these is a Blender file. There we go. That looks kind of right. Let's shrink this. There. And it should be centered, and this just needs to rotate in the positive Z direction. Yeah, I think that looks right. Cool. And then I'll add a rigid body to this. I think there's a bullet, or yeah, there's a constant force. Where the constant force, relative force, should be in the positive 10 right here. And the torque, let's see. Oh, and the torque should also be positive 10. Although this one should be in relative. And we're going to say that looks fine. The collider, which I'd like to make it separate for various reasons, capsule collider. This also is in the Z direction, and that should allow me to, oh, come on. There we go. It's very dark, but I can kind of barely see what it's trying to do. There we go. So, and then we'll call this torpedo. Graphics. Let's plop this in a new layer. We're going to call this a torpedo layer. And there is a good reason why I'm doing that. Yes to all children. And we are going to create, where is this? Okay, that's dropped there. We're going to drop this here. And more importantly, I will need to create a new script that will be pooled. Torpedo. But I said that I added that in a different layer. That is the Kuas. Come on, you can do it. That is the Kuas. You can configure layers to be, you can configure physics so that the player and the torpedo never collides with each other. Torpedo does not collide with the player. The player does not collide with the player either. So that away, so in theory, this should make the torpedo kind of fly a little bit. Yeah, you can actually see it fly. And then I'm going to deliberately add a light source. There we go. And we're going to make that like very 5 mode, real time. This is not going to create any shadows. It's not. This is not important. Yeah, this is fine. Oh no. And then the torpedo itself, so it created these body fins and whatnot, but we should try to let it know that we want it to be emitted. So yeah, okay, perfect, it created those. Might as well drop these into the player, to be honest. Torpedo body material to keep the consistent naming. No. Body, top, fins. We are going to have this really smooth, but we are also going to have it emit a little bit. There we go. Sure. Well, the fins doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, there we go. We got a little well lit. Oh no. a little thing that looks flat shaded because it's really well lit. Probably could be less intense, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to leave that alone for now. The torpedo should have a torpedo script. It does. Perfect. I gave it 5, but I kind of don't think that range should be very large. Yeah, I think that's fine. And then in doing so, the player should be able to Omiya Games pooled object. Yes. That's all we need to do for now. And then via Kuas, this is collided on this is on a rigid body. We do want to void on collision, enter. And then if collision dot layer actually I think I should probably make this simple for myself. Oh, interesting. Why did I do that? Yeah, I don't... Paste it there for now. Yeah, leave it at that for now. And then, okay, so that's fine. That has the voxel script. That makes it useful because, so where's the voxel? This is the voxel. We're gonna say it requires type of collider. I'm gonna say box collider for the time being. Torpedo. More importantly, I'm gonna tag the tag destructible. If collision dot compare collider dot compare tag to destructible, if this is true, then we're trying to get a voxel. Oh. Get component voxel. If that somehow works out, dot, I think global dot pooling manager dot return to pool voxel should work. So hey, and then the only thing that the player needs to do now is this is on fixed update where the controls actually matter. Void update if cross-platform get button fire 1, and we're going to add torpedo prefab. Then we're going to say we're going to need that namespace. Singleton dot get pooling manager dot get instance of projectile prefab. I will then projectiles. I should also add in a cooldown effect. Cooldown duration seconds. Let's make it 0.5. And say float last shot equals 0f. If that and time minus last shot is greater than cooldown duration, then do that and make sure that the last shot is set to the current time. So now I just need to give it a torpedo. And it should just work. Oh, it fired in a very strange direction. It did not work via Kuaz. I forgot to let it know that it should be positioned at where transform.position is and transform.rotation is. Let's do that again. Did it fire? It's hard to tell because the singleton is not obvious. Okay, so it created a bunch of voxel clones, but should have also in theory create a bunch of torpedoes. It did not. Probably because I have a null pointer error. it's grabbing a torpedo. Also, speaking of which, it should return this. And to make sure that we don't end up having this exist for too long, float destroy after seconds, and we're going to say 10 seconds. And then there is, I believe, okay, that's fine. We're going to start with an IEnumerator because we're going to use coroutines. Delay destroy. And I'm going to take the lazy route and say yield return, oh gosh, new, wait 4 seconds, destroy after, and then finally return to pool. Start coroutine. I will want this coroutine. Delay destroy coroutine. And we'll want to cancel this. How do you cancel coroutines? Unity cancel coroutine. Stop coroutine. Delay. There. That should handle that. Oh. The cameras are playing tricks on me. Wait, what's going on? No. I don't understand what's going on. shouldn't have to do this. Oop. Oh, it's working. The camera's playing tricks on me, but it's kinda sorta working. So this is the XZ plane. Oh, that's a little too close because it's actually bumping into something. Okay, the torpedoes are acting erratically, which is strange. No. Not commenting too much here because I see problems that I thought I fixed. Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense to me. .44. Is that what I'm looking for? Well, I guess I'm just gonna look into and figure out what some of these problems are. Added torpedoes. But fortunately, I don't think it'll be too hard for me to check to see what plane you're looking at and then spawning it accordingly. Because, yeah, right now, so then the direction that, oh, I could use forward. I could use forward, then flatten that rotation, I think. Yeah, I'll have to think about this a little more. The projectile's not quite working as expected. But hey, in theory, I could just switch this out to quaternion identity, and then write a fix me, calculate the rotations properly. That should, in theory, always shoot to the z direction. So the xz is not going to be useful. Maybe it will be, who knows. Oh, it's actually not propelling in the right direction anyways. Probably because of the relative torque I added in. So let's try that again. No? Alright. Oh, is there gravity? Oh, there is. Bah humbug. That would explain a lot. Oh, the camera doesn't seem to be working. Camera seems to be working fine right here. Does not look good there, but 433. Is the YC plane. Very strange. I don't know what's going on. Well, torpedo's a little broken. Looks like I'm going to need time to figure out why the heck that is. I am digging. I am actually digging, which is actually kind of cool. Oh no. Oh no, what have I gotten myself into? Maybe what I should do on the torpedo is the moment it's created, yeah, the rotation never changes. There we go, that looks cool. Oh no. See, we're kind of swimming, we're getting somewhere. Anyways, it's really late. I better